before we get to Vivian, we have to go pretty much straight across to that collection of buildings over there.
Faster.
So I mean, that series of attacks, like in quick succession, does a lot of damage and heals me up pretty nice. So I might actually end up keeping it this way because Flames of Rebirth will give me my health back, so I don't really have to rely on my potions and my high potions so often. But then I still also get a decent damaging move out the gate as well. So I mean, it's not a bad idea. Really? I can't jump that. I have jumped way worse things with Ambrosia before. Get through here. Follow the steps up.
I can walk from here.
And we don't exactly want Ambrosia going in there.
The registry's still here.
Hello? Nope. In this one. Just in here. What's in here? Oh, look, a box. I shall kick it open. Writ of incorporation.
Disposed of.
Conditioning schedule.
Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture. Herman was...
I recently learned that my own daughter is among the children turned to stone by the brutal training I subjected them to. I had not so much as thought of her since handing her over to the authorities as a babe, but inquiries with the military confirmed it was her. I had been torturing my own flesh and blood, and now I see her everywhere. Today one of the children smiled at me in hope of receiving a few scraps from my table. It was her smile, the smile she inherited from her mother. The mother I killed for giving birth to a bear. Their ghosts had all come back to haunt me. My daughters, my wife's, all of them. All of those children. So many died at my hand, I can bear the guilt no longer. So I have decided. Tomorrow I too must die. It will be the last order I give those poor wretches, the last torment I subject onto them. I will command them to tear me limb from limb and inter my accursed corpse beneath the white tree whose crooked hands reach to the sky in supplication. And beside me, my shame, my curse, the record of all of their names, all of those I have wronged.
This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out.
I'm pretty sure it's this tree over here, because it's the only one that's white and its hands are crooked towards the top.
Forked white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry.
Oh, that's a lot of people. Jesus.
So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. But where is the architect of all this misery?
There he is.
It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed.
the rebirth. Decent amount, not too bad actually. Yep. I'm gonna have to get out of the way right after though, because he is immediately doing the flamethrower. Nope, nice try, homie. Let's take this though. Yeah, get your butt on the ground. This. Zazuken. Giga. Dancing Steel might come off cooldown right as it ends. Perfect timing. Wow, it was an extra hit that I was missing. One extra hit. Wow, I have 17,000 points ready. I am freaking ready for Leviathan's abilities, man. Okay, so let's actually go ahead. Well, we only have one that's got to get turned in. So let's head to Baklad. Let's do the side mission here. And then we'll start finishing our round of stuff here.
What are you looking for?
What am I looking for? I am looking for some potions, my man.
A fine choice.
Thank you very much.
Many thanks.
And let's see what I actually have in guild-wise. Oh my god, I have that much in Flawless Meteorite.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
You're
I haven't
sure
sold
you
in a
don't need
while.
it? Thank you. You're sure you don't need it? Thank you. You're sure you don't need it?
No, I am definitely sure I don't need it. No, I'm not gonna use Heaven's Cloud anymore. There's no point for me to use Heaven's Cloud. Because I have Dancing Steel, and Dancing Steel can give me an entire full Zaptenzuken bar. Okay, so we gotta get down to... I think it's Randala that's down here.
What is it?
Yeah, it's Randala.
Please. Just make it stop. I'm scared.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize you could actually see Origin this close. Huh. The things you know. Alright, come here, Ambrosia.
Faster!
Tarantula! Because I'm positive that I've gotten all of the hunt stuff. I'm just gonna do that. Hello, 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 goodbye, hello, goodbye. Okay, let's get across the bridge. There's still a crowd right around the entrance of Randala, which I was expecting.
Can it?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal. Oblige him. This won't take long.
You're right. It won't. Men, Finish him.
Please. Guys, this got all of them just avoided. Alright, everyone around me? Okay, good. Goodbye. Get him, Throttle. Good job, Torgal. Well, have they learned their lesson?
A little longer than I'd have liked.
Probably not.
Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
I love that.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question.
And what's that?
What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
In order to save everybody, even enemies have to team up.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps.
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Well, beggars can't be choosers. I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
My Lord Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No. This is a job for someone with experience. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least.
Quinted and the Gaunted Balls. And that is in Lostwing. So we'll handle that whenever we get done with all here, but let's head for Tabor. It's the most amount of side missions that they populate in the game at this point. It's just an immense amount of side missions. But once you get them done, then you don't have any more.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father?
Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family. Yet even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the Blight still looms, and with only Rosaria striving as one might, we at last overcome it. I have made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way, it shall likely fall to you to continue my work. I know that you will have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love, the faith, and the faith that I hold for both of you.
An inheritance?
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, your grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the Blight spreading ever more widely across the Twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message.
Nope.
Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides. Those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, your grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
That is someone that is 100% duty bound. Okay, so that is up here. Hello.
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Usually how things work.
Has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both.
Oh.
Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed.
Level 90 here, you
He
actually
had
should be
intended
completely
to
fine,
claim
Pika.
the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be,
I'd probably go Sage, though.
and his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
Because technically you could cardio yourself and
Summons me
you'll
to
be
bring
healing
them
yourself
before
while
you,
doing
they
damage.
are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
Going griffin hunting.
Titan's Wake is to the south
Again.
of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
Before we do that, we do have another mission from our boy here.
Lord Marquis, if you have a moment.
What is it, Cyril?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait in order to pursue a new avenue of inquiry in our ongoing investigation. He sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard naught from him since.
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may have some connection to the Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash? A continent teeming with orcs and Akashic?
Fully cognizant of the risks, yes. I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, The third chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of him, lest they be lost in turn. Yet, it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, given your unique experience of the perils of Ash. For as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to his fate, when he might yet be saved.
We can definitely help with that.
It would not. But Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickleburg was its name. It lies in the southern reaches of Waloed. If aught ill befell him, I expect it did so there.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind, my lord. Go then, with my hopes, and may the Firebird's flame ever burn in your heart.
Alright, Duty Undying number 2. But we should be able to just... Yep, we can go straight here. We're going to go kill us a griffin first to get this keepsake from our father.
Ready, go? Fly,
Let's go, Ambrosia.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
We should be able to see it right around this rock bend. There it is.
There it is. For House Rosfield.
Sit still, buddy. Sit. Oh, I thought it didn't hit it. Oh, I might have gotten it with like a tip of one of the swords. Ow. Ow. Trying to save Phoenix for whenever the full break happens. There it is. Because I want to see how much damage it fully will do in a full round. See, that's actually perfect because it freezes his gauge. Perfect. Switch over real fast. Beautiful. 305. Immediately broken again. Wow. 305,000 damage. That wasn't actually bad. That was pretty damn good.
Is this the Heartstone?
Okay.
I expect Lady Goratham.
So we have to deliver the Heartstone. What is this one? It is aiming high. Let's just teleport over to Dravage. We'll do the one near the sickle first, and then we'll go back. Ambrosia, thank you very much. I know it's a lot of side missions. Not exactly the most fun to watch, but then again, it gives you it. You know, when I first started playing games and I'm streaming and everything, you know, I always thought that side missions weren't like fun to watch or fun to play or anything like that, so I would always do them off stream. But after talking to Stuffy about it, it does make more sense to do the side stuff.
Be safe.
Because it gives you more lore about the world, and it, you know, people aren't as confused, you know. Should be able to hit you with this. Nice. Right in the diamond dust. Gotcha. Judgment. Let's do this in other combination. Go to this. Then go to this. At least now I'm hitting for max damage on Giga Flare. Good night. Oh yeah, that made a huge difference. That was another 30,000 damage. I wonder if I do it a completely different way, where I do Judgment Bolt. I have to keep kind of playing with it to see how I can max min the damage. How I can, you know, well, not max min, min max, I should say. Because if I do it, Judgment Bolt into Flames of Rebirth, then Zatanzuken, Giga Flare, and then another Zatanzuken after that, that might do more damage, because Zatanzuken and Giga Flare would be hitting at a 1.5 modifier. That's where I think I can be really getting a lot of good damage.
The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
2 Heartstones.
Yes, this radiant luster like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith.
The hours later.
The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message.
Bonds of family.
Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise.
Kinda, sorta.
That he would always be with you.
I know in this, Edda is the pregnant lady that Gab is kind of, you know, getting the hots for.
Remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my
I think it's
duty
just
to
a
your father
coincidence,
was
honestly.
incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril.
Mike, I appreciate the raid, my dude. How are you? How was your stream? Hopefully it went well. I knew you were playing Baldur's Gate with our lovely good buddy Alex. So hopefully, you know, things were going well.